Have you ever stopped to think about the foods you eat every day and the nutritional facts inside of them? Just a few statistics for you guys. In a regular can of Coke, there are 39 grams of sugar. And in a Big Mac at McDonald's, there are 1,007 grams of sodium. These are the types of foods that schools and fast food restaurants and the citizens are eating every single day. And because of that, the increase of obesity is sickening. And this is why I think the government should implement a new bill and fund schools as well as fast food restaurants willing to take part. And with that funding, those businesses can afford putting new foods and more healthy options into people's lives, which will help everyone in the United States. I have noticed about the increase in obesity and other problems in the society, and that's why I think a good new bill will help turn around those lives inside of it. First, I will talk about the prevalence of obesity and the nutrition in schools and restaurants. Then I will move on to what a new bill would look like. And thirdly, I will talk about other bills that are similar that have been put into place and what those consisted of. So my first main point is that obesity has become a leading health problem. And obesity is like the center of a spider's web, and it branches off into numerous other health problems. These things can include anything from diabetes, hypertension, heart disease, cancer, arthritis, depression, kidney stones, and fatty liver disease. So when thinking of all these foods coming into play with obesity, it's not only one thing. Someone can have maybe two, maybe all of them, it doesn't matter. It's hindering the way of people and the way they live. Obesity has increased so much that increased to over 50%, and that's resulting in 2 out of 3 people being overweight or obese. And according to Harvard Men's Health, which contains medical information from over 8,000 doctors and researchers at Harvard Med School, obesity is the result of 1 out of 10 deaths in America. And they also said that obesity costs society around $223 billion every year medically. And with just a few quick changes in health, that we could turn around and save that much money. And using only half of that is what government could be using to fund these places. And it's just going to be a win-win for society as a whole. The second main point is that what a new bill would consist of and what the government would be doing. So with a new bill, we would be able to fund schools and other businesses, like I said, willing to take part, and they will be able to restrict all the unhealthy foods that are being served and increased healthy foods to put on the menus. And according to Crystal Ayers, a 5-year editor-in-chief for Baton, 4 out of 5 schools don't follow the USDA fat requirements or fat content requirements, and school lunches and fast food are way more parallel in content, including fat and calories, than anybody would like to think of. And with this new bill, we'd be able to increase food full of whole grains and beneficial fruits and vegetables, which according to Harvard T.H. Chan, which is the School of Public Health, adding non-processed fruits and vegetables help lessen the risk of all those bad issues and problems that I talked about that come with obesity. And the schools right now, 50% of the vegetable requirements being used are coming from French fries. So finally, I will talk about similar bills and what they had in store. So Michelle Obama made a program called Let's Move. And according to their website, it was a challenge to stop the obesity in our generation. And she was bringing awareness to health and teaching kids what a healthy lifestyle looked like, and what they should be eating and how to exercise and things of this nature. And through that program, she created the Healthy, Hungry, Free Kids Act in 2010. This act was very similar to the bill I just had talked about. And the government funded schools so that way they could put requirements on what was being served, how much was being served, what was in what was being served, and anything like that. And so I feel like bringing a similar bill to this will help society out tremendously, and it'll be super beneficial. And this will help kids understand the values of nutrition and health. And the kids and the youth are the now of the world. And if they're following in older generations' footsteps and they're being taught that this is okay, this is an okay way to live, then they're never going to be able to get out of that. And teaching somebody when they're young and when it's easy for them to exercise and eat healthier, it will help turn around their lives. And it's way more difficult than helping a 30-year-old and somebody who's been that acquainted to living this way. And by us funding, or the government funding these schools and stuff, that'll require the schools not being able to go against this, and they will have to abide by these rules, which will change help society. So through my speech, I went through the points of obesity and what came with that, what a new bill would consist of, as well as what other bills consisted of that are similar. So I hope through listening to this speech, you have become aware of this never-ending problem in society and what we'll have to do in order to change it, and how much we could help millions of lives and better their life by making a few changes. Thank you.